Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Impressive channel, y'all. Now listen to this. This is some unfortunate news, but gospel singer from the group Mary, Tina Campbell, just took a huge blow after her husband of over 20 years, Glendon Campbell, aka Teddy, officially filed for divorce. And hold up, this whole situation is wild for a lot of reasons, because Tina's husband actually cheated on her multiple times with different women over the years. So honestly, it's crazy to even see that he's the one walking away from the marriage. It really should have gone the other direction, but Tina had always chosen to try and hold the marriage together. Now, if you don't know the full backstory, Tina and her sister Erica Campbell actually had a reality show on WETV. And during that show, Tina ended up discovering that her husband had been cheating on her. In fact, listen to this. A close friend was the one who called her directly and told her everything that was going on. And what makes it even more shocking is that her husband was cheating with someone who was actually close to her inner circle. I believe even a family friend or employee around them at the time. Not to mention, she kept uncovering more and more situations with different women involved. And all of this was happening while she was actively filming the reality show. So yeah, viewers literally got to see her raw emotions unfold right there on camera.
Trying too hard. El clima de hoy es absolutamente hermoso.
It was infidelity on my part. And my wife found out about it. And when she found out about it when we were taping the show, when we were taping the reality show called Mary, some of y'all don't know. We went through a season of her finding out everything that I had done.
The person who it was, she used to work for me. And so that broke my heart. She was like a godmother to my children. She had access to my home to come get my kids. And I said, "Are you having an affair with her?" And he said, "No." I said, "Call her." While we're doing this, I was like, "Call her." And so he did. And he was like, "Tina wants to know," and da-da-da-da-da. And I said, "Are you sleeping with my husband?" And she hung up the phone, so I had my answer. So it broke my heart. I destroyed 3 cars. I cut up and crashed up and tried to stab and plotted murders and all kind of crazy stuff because I was angry.
Since then, I found out about more. And I don't want to hold on to somebody who I cannot trust. You see, I have been trying since the very beginning. The situation gets a little worse, and then I try to forgive, and it gets a little worse, and I try to forgive. You gonna keep adding people? You gonna keep adding people? You gonna keep adding people?
That scene was really tough to watch, honestly. It's hard seeing a woman go through that kind of pain in real time. But hold up, even after all of that chaos and betrayal, Tina still made the decision to forgive her husband and take him back. And that right there says a lot about her mindset and how she approached the situation. I do remember Tina and Teddy actually appearing on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, where they opened up about how they worked on restoring their marriage.
El clima de hoy es absolutely hermoso.
Excellent! You got the intonation exactly right. Next sentence. Me gustaría pedir un café grande, por favor.
Me gustaría pedir un café grande, por favor.
Perfect! Your phrasing is improving so
I'm gonna fix it. And I was like, "What if I kill you first?" He said. He said.
No. This is what you said.
Don't do that,
You looked at me. You was mad because you was. She looked at me one time. She's like, "Don't you think you deserve to die?" And I was like,
"Wow."
I said, "Yeah."
Ooh.
I said, "Yeah." I said, "The wages of sin is death." I said, if you kill me, I'm going to be with the Lord.
Because I repented.
But if you don't, I'm gonna make this up to you.
He said, "If you don't, I'm gonna get you back."
Yeah, I'll make this up to you.
He said,
I broke it.
"If you divorce me, I'm gonna pursue you till I get you back."
I did tell her.
And I was like, I didn't know.
She knew I
know
meant it.
exactly where we were in our house when that man said that, and I was like, he means it. He do to get me back. He did everything he said he was going to do. He did everything that he said he was going to do. So in the spirit, he ran to God. He would make it right with God and be empowered by God to come to me because I was no easy way, and he would repent of everything.
It's kind of wild listening back to that interview now, because Teddy actually said if Tina ever filed for divorce, he would try to pursue her and win her back. But hold up, that's exactly what makes this situation so surprising, because instead of that, he ended up being the one to file for divorce. And listen to this, the timing makes it even crazier. That interview was recorded back in May 2024, and just about a month later, they actually separated, according to the filing that was later reported by Documented Tapes. They officially split in June 2024, and now Teddy has gone ahead and filed for divorce on April 13th of this year, citing irreconcilable differences. And what really stands out is that he's also reportedly seeking spousal support, which is shocking given everything that's been said about the situation. Like, hold up, this is a man who allegedly cheated, and now he's the one walking away and still asking for support? It's a lot to take in. I can't lie, I do feel for Tina in all of this, because it really seems like she tried her best to make it work with him. And maybe behind the scenes, things just weren't aligning anymore. Or maybe Teddy reconnected with someone from his past and decided to move on. We don't really know the full truth. Tina herself has also admitted at one point that both of them made mistakes in the marriage, so it's clearly more complicated than what's on the surface.
I felt too condemned because of all my mistakes, because I didn't get the last test right, because I was not an honorable wife to my husband because he pissed me off, so I let it rip. When I was mean and intimidating to my children because they wasn't doing well in school and I didn't help them with love. So I'll be over here dealing with my own condemnation, some of the choices that I made that have caused, consequences that ain't wonderful. Be over here that will be all up in your mind. And are you actually gonna get back out there and sing? Do anybody even want to hear you anymore? Do you even have a word from the Lord when the devil was just over here attacking and fighting? I was needing somebody else to pray.
I don't know. I feel bad for Tina. I do see.
I don't know. I really feel for Tina in all of this. And hold up. I've seen people online kind of mocking her situation, but to me it's deeper than that. Because we literally watched her emotional breakdown when her husband's cheating first came to light. Now he's the one walking away for good. I can only imagine how painful that has to be for her, especially because she genuinely didn't seem ready to let go at that time. Even when she was hurt and upset, she still wasn't fully willing to leave the marriage. And honestly, looking at it now, she probably should have, because it might have saved her from a lot of this heartbreak and pushed her into a healing space earlier. And listen to this. I really do think there's something deeper that needs healing within her that goes beyond just the marriage itself. Now I want to talk about her sister Erica, because things got even more interesting there. Erica recently announced that she's having a vow renewal ceremony with her husband of 25 years, Warren Campbell. And hold up, the timing of it all is what's raising eyebrows. This wasn't necessarily a new plan. She had already been working on it, but she posted about it right around the same time Tina's divorce news was breaking publicly. And what makes it even more noticeable is that Erica dropped additional posts shortly after Teddy filed for divorce, and that's when people started calling it tone deaf. Even if it wasn't intended that way, the timing definitely made it look questionable to a lot of viewers. El clima de hoy es absolutamente hermoso. Excellent! You got the intonation exactly right. Next sentence. Me gustaría pedir un café grande, por favor. Me gustaría pedir un café grande, por favor. Perfect! Your phrasing is improving so quickly. Keep up the good work.
Horrible. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for all of your submissions. Yes, I am celebrating 25 years. Me and my husband are getting married again. Our vow renewal celebration will be powerful. It is not just celebrating us, it's celebrating everybody who's been on this journey with us, our entire family. It's a celebration of love. It's a celebration of what I believe God has done in and through us. And I'm super, super.
Yeah, I'm happy for Erica and her husband, but hold up. This just feels like the wrong timing. Your sister is literally going through it right now, Erica. And people were quick to call her out online, too. I saw one tweet that said, "Why would you post this knowing your sister is dealing with the opposite situation?" And it didn't stop there. People were really going in, saying, Erica, you wrong. Erica, please, this is tone deaf AF. Some even brought up the confusion with names, saying folks keep mixing up Warren Campbell and Darkchild like they're the same person, which just added more chaos to the conversation. And listen to this. People were basically saying Tina's been married over 20 years and just had her husband file for divorce. And now Erica is online talking about a vow renewal like nothing is happening. And you won't believe this. Some reactions were straight up calling it tacky. Like, why now? And this is messy timing. Others were saying it's easy to celebrate when it's not your pain, which really shows how split people are on this. But I gotta be real. I don't think Erica necessarily meant it in a disrespectful way. Still, hold up. The optics are not good at all. Even if it was already planned, sometimes timing is everything. And this just didn't land right with a lot of people. And I'm not saying Erica should pause her life completely, but you've gotta read the room when your sister is publicly going through something this heavy.
El clima de hoy es